Today, we're flying on Asia's most hyped up airline, Starlux, in premium economy from Los Angeles to Taipei on their A350-900. We'll check out their seats, the food, and of course the service to see if it's worth the cost to upgrade to Starlux's premium economy from economy class. Or maybe we'll discover that it's just a huge waste of everyone's hard-earned money and, more importantly, a waste of time. But let's find out together which one it is on today's flight. As a premium economy passenger, you get 2 pieces of luggage weighing 23 kilograms or 50 pounds each. Unfortunately though, there's no priority check-in or security, so you'll have to use the same check-in counters as economy class.
Okay, so just finished clearing security, and unfortunately, Starlux does not provide premium economy passengers with lounge access. That is okay though, I am still super excited to finally try out their premium economy, so let's get to boarding.
Today, we'll be boarding out of gate 206. As a premium economy passenger, you'll get to board with 1 personal item and 1 carry-on item with a max weight of 7 kilograms or 15 pounds. And they will actually weigh your carry-on bag to make sure it's below the max weight limit. Here is my bag getting weighed. This is actually only the 2nd time in all my years of traveling that an airline has weighed my carry-on bag. The other time was with EVA Air. Thankfully, my carry-on luggage just met the exact weight limit. But let me know if you've ever had your carry-on weighed at the gate before boarding as well. As a premium economy passenger, you'll also get priority boarding. You'll board in Group 2 after first and business class, but before economy. Alright, it's now time for us to get our boarding pass scanned and our passport verified and get on the plane. Our A350-900 today has 36 seats laid out in a 242 configuration in premium economy. The seats are fabric with an 18.7 inch or 47.5 centimeter width. The pitch is 40 inches or 101.6 centimeters. In terms of legroom space, this is what it looks like and what we'll have to work with for this 15-hour flight. And this is what it looks like under the space in front of you for your personal items or if you want to try and stretch out your legs. Also below the seat, you'll find both a calf rest as well as a footrest that pulls out. In between the seats, there's a double wide armrest, so you won't have to fight your neighbor. And at the end of the armrest is also a small cocktail tray for drinks. At the side of the center armrest, each person gets a 3-prong headphone jack, a USB-A port, a universal power port, and a USB-C port. And finally, for the recline, you'll get 8 inches or 20.3 centimeters. You can see what the recline looks like here as the person in front of my seatmate is fully reclined, whereas the person in front of me is not reclined at all. And here's just another angle of the recline. You can see the person in the aisle is fully reclined onto the seat behind them as well. Before takeoff, we're given small bottles of water as well as some moist towelettes for our hands. There wasn't any real towels, just the moist towelettes. And before we know it, it's now time for the safety video and takeoff. Because this flight departed at 12:30 in the morning, the crew gets started on meal service immediately after takeoff. This is what the menu looks like. There were no paper menus, but you could pre-order online, which is what I did. The menus for both the food and beverage could also be found on the IFE. The food options were the same regardless if you pre-ordered or ordered on board. As for beverages, they had 2 signature cocktails available, as well as wine, spirits, beers, liqueurs, and non-alcoholic beverages. And all of these beverage options are complimentary, of course. My meal arrives and everything is served on one tray with real ceramic dishes as well as metal cutlery. Whereas in economy, you'd get disposable food containers and disposable cutlery. The appetizer was a smoked duck with a pearl barley salad. I loved the smokiness of the duck, and it was quite tender. The pearl barley salad had great texture, and it was also really tasty as well. For my main, I ordered the Thai seafood curry, served with ginger jasmine rice and roasted vegetables. It came with some really nice sized scallops and shrimp, and the flavors were really incredible. The roasted vegetables and the jasmine ginger rice were also cooked really well and made for a nice accompaniment. There was also a side of fruit and a dinner roll with some butter. Lastly, for dessert, it was a guava cheesecake. This was just alright. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't anything special either. Now that dinner is done, let's take a look at the amenities, and then we'll go check out the lavatories. For the amenities, you'll get a pair of slippers. You also get a more elevated amenity bag by the brand Smiley. Inside the amenity bag, there's a pair of Smiley socks, a Smiley branded dental kit, Smiley lotion and lip balm, some Smiley earplugs, and of course, a Smiley eye mask. They do also give economy an amenity kit, but it's a Starlux branded one and much more basic, containing a dental kit, eye mask, and socks. This is what the blanket looks like. It's quite nice. It feels like a velvet material, and it's a decent thickness considering this is premium economy. You also get a standard size pillow, and I found it to be pretty fluffy. Alright, now let's go check out the lavatories. There is one dedicated lavatory for premium economy located on the right side or starboard side of the plane when facing the nose of the plane. This means that if you're sitting on the left side of the plane, you'll have to cross over to the galley to get over to it. In terms of lavatory amenities, there are soaps and lotions from Swedish brand Idun. There's also a container of other amenities that contain things like moist towelettes as well as dental floss picks. They also had some plants in here that added a really nice pop of color, even if they were fake. And of course, we can't forget Starlux's signature space-themed toilet paper. Alright, let's head back to our seats now to check out the IFE, and then we'll talk about the cost of the flight. Back at our seats, let's take a look at the IFE and headphones. This is what the headphones look like. The headphones are noise cancelling, and I actually found these to be pretty good. If you prefer to use your own headphones though, the IFE does have Bluetooth capability. As for the IFE itself, it's a 15.6-inch or 39.6cm HD touchscreen display, although there is a remote tucked into the side of the center armrest if you prefer. For entertainment options, I found there was a good selection of Western, Asian, and European movies and TV shows. There was 97 TV shows and 109 movies if you want to be exact. I have to say that one of the best parts though is that Starlux gives premium economy passengers complimentary Wi-Fi for the entire flight. Economy passengers get free messaging only though. And if you get hungry in between meals, the crew does walk by periodically offering snacks. Although you can also head on over to the galley where there is a basket of snacks available as well. There was also some sandwiches in the galley if you wanted something a little more substantial. I did try one of the sandwiches, and the sandwich had bacon, lettuce, and tomato inside. This wasn't very good. It was very soggy. There were also mini Snickers bars and rice cracker snacks, and these were quite good. Okay, now before we do a cost comparison, let's check out the pre-arrival meal, which was served about an hour and a half before landing. Here's what the menu options were for the pre-arrival meal. There was a choice between pumpkin congee, omelet with bacon, or shakshuka with poached egg. I went for the pumpkin congee with chicken, scallions, and goji berries. It was warm, delicious, and very comforting. There was also a side of potato salad, a bowl of fruit, and a container of vanilla Greek yogurt, and a croissant. Okay, now before we land, let's talk about how I paid for this, and then we'll also do a cash cost comparison as well. I did use points for this, and one way between LAX and Taipei was 50,000 Alaska miles plus $18.10 US dollars in taxes and fees. And even though I did use points for this, let's compare what the price would have been in cash to see how much more premium economy costs compared to economy. Keep in mind prices are dynamic, But at the time that I booked, a round-trip airfare in cash between LAX and Taipei would have cost around $750. Premium economy would have cost approximately $1,800, and just for reference, business class would have been just under $5,600, and first class around $15,500. So premium economy would have been approximately 2.5 times the cost of economy, which is on the slightly pricier side since most airlines' premium economy normally tops out at double the cost of economy class. But let me know what you think about these prices. Do you think Starlux Premium Economy is worth 2.5 times the cost of economy? And how do you think Starlux compares to the other major Taiwanese carriers, EVA and China Airlines? As always though, thanks for joining me on board today. And please do like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video so that we can fly together again soon.